What's up, everybody? This is Jake at jakecpunut.com. Just got home enjoying some scoops. Um, got some scoops. I was about to starve, so I had to grab a little snack. So got some scoops. Got some old school hip hop going on, and I'm gonna show you the rest of the kegerator because last video I did, I showed you my keg connection refrigerator kit, and I showed you the process that I was going to do to put it together, and I think I even threw up a picture of the final product. But I never did really show you the working kegerator, and so I got to do that. And plus, I got my drip tray, my drip tray in, and I was going to show you that. So I did have a 5-gallon batch of Phat Tyre. That was the first brew I kegged. I'm going to turn this down a little bit. That was the first brew I kegged, and it went faster than I wanted it to. It was a really good brew, and I even messed up on it. I don't think it turned out quite like it should have. Phat Tyre is known for their, biscuit flavor. It had that biscuit flavor, but it was kind of bitter. But I'm still learning, still doing extracts, and maybe step up to all grains toward the end of the year. This summer, I don't know. I'm just going to take my time and learn and do it all right. But anyway, just want to show you the final product, the working product, the kegerator, and got a couple of beers on tap now. These are my, I guess my 4th and 5th brews. I've got a 357 Magnum Pale Ale that I bought a little 2-gallon kit from Chug over at the Mr. Beer Fans Forum, and he put that kit together, and I thought I'd try it out just to have a little 2-gallon batch, something to try. It was advertised as a citrusy nose, citrusy smell, and a citrus taste, and it definitely has that. And it's got a kick to it, so I guess that's where the 357 Magnum comes in. Just it was almost like almost 6% alcohol, so it's a good beer. I'm not much on citrus flavored beers or citrus tasting beers, but with the bite that it has and the hops, it's good. I like it. So I don't know if I'd make a 5-gallon batch of it, but it's definitely a good beer. The brown ale is a kit that I made. It's on tap number 2 here. It's a kit that I made, about 3 weeks, a little over 3 weeks ago. I guess about 3.5 weeks ago, because it fermented for 3 weeks, and it was just a spur of the moment buy. The brown ale kit was I can't even think of True Brew, I think was the brand name, True Brew kit. But it didn't have any specialty grains or anything in it. It was just a basic kit with some liquid malt extract and some dry malt extract and some things like that. But no specialty grains, but still it's a really good beer. It's a good drinkable beer. It doesn't have a whole lot of body, a whole lot of mouthfeel that I like, but it's definitely a good beer. So proud of it. Still, it's my beer. Look, I can make my own beer here for 30, 40, 50 cents a beer. What do you got to lose? It's better than these nasty Coors Light, Bud Light, and all that stuff that you can drink. Yeah, I know I used to drink all those beers, but after you start drinking craft beers and beers you make yourself, it's hard to go back to the what they call the BMC beers, the Bud, Miller, and Coors. But anyway, enough of all that. The drip tray I got came from barproducts.com, and it's definitely got some use, so it needs cleaning out. But nice 19-inch drip tray, and these things are pretty expensive if you look around. But barproducts.com has about the best deal I've seen. And this drip tray was like $15 plus shipping, so you really can't beat it for a stainless steel drip tray. And I rigged it up a little bit so I wouldn't have to drill holes. I'll get down here and show you. Got some magnets and a couple of brackets we use at work, and threw it up there. It's got some real strong magnets. So they're, it's stuck to the. It's good and stout. It's not going anywhere. So if I have to ever drill into the refrigerator, I don't mind doing it. But I wanted to make sure that was going to be the right thing, and I've still got room to go with 2 more taps out here if I ever decide to go that route. But here we go with the inside. I got the 10-pound CO2 tank. Got the two 5-gallon cornies going on. The corny on the right there has got the 357 Magnum Pale Ale, and the corny on the left has the latest edition, the brown ale. This bad boy is hooked up and working really well. If you don't have a kegerator, you don't know what you're missing, especially if you're a beer drinker. And I guess people think all beer drinkers that have kegerator are alcoholics, but you know what? It's nice just to come home and have a half a glass if you want one. If you want to have 2 or 3 glasses, you got them. So, plus you're making your own beer. It's just really cool. It's a nice hobby, and it's fun to do. So go ahead and do a little pour and let you see this thing in action and taste them, and then we'll be done with this video. So hang on. All right, we got the camera set up on the little tap here. I'm just going to do a quick pour of the 357 Magnum Pale Ale. Not going to pour a whole lot, and I probably need to turn my carbonation down a little bit, don't you think? Or my CO2 level. Well, actually, usually I've learned that the first beer you pour after it's sat a while, it'll be really carbonated like this one is. And then after you pour a few, it'll settle down. But that's a pretty beer, folks. You know, I made that myself. I'm proud of it. It's cloudy, but I don't do any filtering. I don't do any secondary fermentation, which I might try on some of my future batches. But you know what? That's Jake's beer. I made it. Look at that beautiful head on that beer. Nice golden color. And like I say, this beer's got a good bite to it. It's got that citrus taste and that citrus smell with a good, you know, nice bitter, nice hoppy taste. Very good beer. So we're going to drink this one on down, and then I'll show you the brown ale. Cheers. I'm going to go for the little brown ale, do a little sample taste of it. Don't want to do a whole lot. I got some work to do tonight, so I don't want to drink a whole lot of beer. I don't usually drink a lot anyway, but this is the brown ale. A lot at one time, that is. But this is the brown ale. Like I say, it's a nice brown color, just your typical brown ale. And this one didn't have any specialty grains or anything, but still turned out great. Nice looking head. The way I'm doing my beers is after they ferment, usually for 3 weeks. And like I say, I may do a little secondary fermentation on some of the other ones into a secondary fermenter, and see if that clears them up a little bit and gives them a little different taste. But after the fermentation, cheers. After the fermentation, they're ready. They go in the keg. I crank the PSI up to 30 PSI. Stick them in the kegerator for 24 hours at 30 PSI. I don't shake them or do anything like that like some people do. After 24 hours, I turn it down to the serving pressure, which most of my beers are going to be anywhere from probably 10, 12, somewhere around in there. 8, 10, 12, just depending on the style and the temperature that I keep in the fridge. So I like a lot of carbonation, and most of the beers I'm making, you'll probably want a lot of carbonation in them. Most of my buddies like carbonation in their beers, so you know, I don't make this stuff just for me. I like for my friends to enjoy them as well. So after the initial 30 psi for 24 hours, and then down to 12 after 2 or 3 days, it's good to go. Of course, the beer, the longer it sits, the better it is. You know, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it gets better if it lasts that long. But that's basically it, man. Once you keg, you don't want a bottle anymore. You don't want to deal with bottles. So if I would have had to bottle that 5-gallon batch with 12-ounce bottles, that'd have been 53 bottles I'd had to wash and fill and sanitize and prime and cap and all that stuff. So kegging's much easier. I'll still do some bottling, but loving the kegerator. You can see I've got me some bottles going on up here. Some of my favorite craft brews: Phat Tyre, Chocolate Stout, George Killian's, Breckenridge Vanilla Porter, Sam Adams, some Nut Brown Ale, some Bell's Double Cream. Just different things I like to try. You know, whenever I just want to try something different. But anyway, there you go. There's the kegerator. Appreciate you coming by the blog. Maybe one of these days I'll do something besides beer on this blog. You know, I've gotten away from internet marketing and everything else I was doing, just kind of doing beer right now. But that's okay. I'll kick something else out here maybe sometime. But got any questions, any comments, feel free to share. And I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my brown ale and get my butt busy because I got to clean house and wash clothes and do all my honeydews for my sweetheart. So, all right, JakesCPUnut.com. Appreciate you coming by the blog. Later.